Welcome to this channel. My name is David Marshall. I wanted to do an introductory video about what you're going to find here. So based on my experiences, I had my first out-of-body experience when I was 3, and that kind of psychic awakening. I've been really basing my whole life around exploring and understanding the nature of who I am. I've taught 5,000 people plus, written a bunch of books, and I have a podcast as well, all about really challenging the latest ideas, even in the new age, to explore and understand the nature of who we are. So there are 3 main areas that you're going to find on this channel. And this channel is for the spiritual adventurers amongst us, the ones that don't want to sit in the new age, that really don't want to think that understanding chakras is the end result, or crystals, or, that type of thing. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, but they're certainly just stepping stones to a much broader understanding. So on this channel, you're going to find challenge. You're going to find different ideas maybe that you haven't thought about. And it's going to be based around 3 areas. The first one is that you create your own reality. Now, what that means here is that you are literally creating a dream state of consciousness, that this is a dream that we call Earth, which is a copy of my book you can get for free in the link below. So that this is a state of consciousness, not a physical environment, quite literally. And when you understand that more, it'll answer all the questions around why the law of attraction work, why psychic awareness works, all those types of things. And so that's the first thing. It's a radically different experience when you understand that you are literally within your own broader mind right now. The second thing is, how do you use that information in order to create the reality that you want? The reason the law of attraction exists and it's thought is because it's all made of thought. It's an idea construction here. And all your emotions and feelings and all your ideas and beliefs and fears and hopes and worries translate themselves into an environment that is real, but it's not physical. And so how do we use that? How do we kind of get hold of all those types of things? And the third thing is that you're going to really understand that your consciousness is not limited to the 5 senses. So your 5 senses produce a world here. We think it's real, and most normal folk will say that there's one world, one God, one reality. What we're going to be exploring here is what a lot of people are touching on, is that there are limitless realities, that your consciousness is not limited to this reality, quite certainly, and that you are able to access other states of consciousness and bring in information from outside of the 5 senses, and we call that psychic awareness, or spiritual awareness, whatever you want to call it. But actually, it's very normal. We do it all the time, and so we're looking to understand how we can enhance that. And by enhancing that, you understand that your intellect is not the only way that you can understand this reality, but you have streams of consciousness available to you. And so we're going to understand all those different things, and we're going to go to the extreme as far as we possibly can to understand that. Now, when I was 3 years old and had my first out-of-body experience and my first psychic experience, then I was introduced to a personality called Aaron, who taught me in my dreams and has been with me ever since. And I started to do channeling with Aaron. It was a very strange experience about 20 years ago. And so you will find channeling. Now, channeling is just a personality who sits outside of physical reality, because, of course, not every personality becomes physical. A personality that sits outside of physical reality, who's got something to say, who's interested in helping people learn about the nature of reality. So you'll find some channeling on this channel. You will find book reviews. You will find training and conversations. And if you have any questions, then this is an open conversation, this channel. We're not interested in the idea that we don't form our own reality. We accept that to be true here. What we are interested in is having a proper conversation about that and an exploration of it. So this channel is for you if you are super open-minded. We're stepping beyond the new age. I'm going to help you understand that things like chakras do not exist. It doesn't matter where you put the needle in acupuncture. It's really about where you believe the needle goes. The fact that karma doesn't exist because time is simultaneous. We're really going to break down all these different ideas. But what you're left with is something much more valuable. Once we take away all of that, what you're left with is yourself and your ability to create the reality that you want, to understand your immortality. You're quite literally as dead now as you're ever going to be, and to understand that you're not floating on a planet in space right now. You're in a self-created state of consciousness. And so if that appeals to you, then welcome along. If not, no problem. That's totally cool. I would invite you to download my book, which is a story and a bunch of audios that go with it called The Dream We Call Earth. And the link will be below. And you can go and download that, get some more training and have a look at the podcast. And again, if you have any questions, please comment below and I will happily explore them. We'll ask Aaron. And, I'm always learning as well. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm always learning. I'm always happy to ask Aaron and do that channeling, see what we can create and what we can experience. So please, this is an exploration for me as well as an exploration for you. But I am 100% certain, 100% certain of my own immortality with my out-of-body experiences have proven that you're immortal, I'm immortal, that this is a state of consciousness, not a physical place. So what does that mean? All these things are certainties for me. And if you're interested in that journey, then you are more than welcome to come along at the same time. So that's it. Welcome along. Please do subscribe to the channel. Please like this introduction. It really helps share these ideas. Fundamentally, once we all know that we create our own reality and what reality is, it will create a more peaceful, a more loving, a more cooperative, calmer, exciting, and more colorful world in which we live, which we know is available to us. It's just because we don't know who we are, we have challenges en masse in actually creating that world. So again, please do subscribe. If you have any questions, please pop them below and I'll see you in the videos. There'll be workshops as well that we're going to do and to help you understand how you can experience more of yourself. So lots coming up and I hope you'll join in. That's it. Have a great day. Take care.